After Ashoka the Great and India returns to Hinduism, Buddhist missionaries had traveled throughout Asia. And one of these missionaries, the first one I want to talk about, his name was Bodhidharma. And let me see if I can pull up an image for you of this character. There he is. And he was called the wild barbarian from the north. So here's this Buddhist coming into China, but he's brought this teaching of the Buddha on how to escape suffering in this world. And he kind of set up shop in a cave where he just stared at the wall and meditated, his type of no-mind meditation, and I'll get into that more in a minute. And the emperor of China actually heard about him and sent for him because he wanted to hear this new teaching that had come into his land. And so he began to ask Bodhidharma all these questions. And he said, tell me, is this teaching you bring superior to the teachings we already have of Confucianism and Taoism? And Bodhidharma said, no, it's not superior. And then the emperor said, well, then why should I study this new teaching? And Bodhidharma said, well, you shouldn't. And the emperor said, well, what are you even doing here then? And he said, well, because you asked me to come. And the emperor was very put out and sent him away. And he went back to his cave and continued his meditation. Well, later on, a young disciple who wanted to learn from his teachings kept trying to get Bodhidharma's attention. But Bodhidharma was so caught and fixated in this meditation that he wasn't even noticing this disciple. Well, after many days of this, the disciple became exasperated and cut off his own arm and presented it to Bodhidharma to show how serious he was about learning this Buddhist transmission, at which point Bodhidharma acknowledged him and took him as his first disciple. So, good Buddhist tales coming into China.